Okay, I'm back, and here's the next games that I own on the PS2. Last time I had my dad's ones. Okay, here we go. The next one, let's go from the first. Let's go to cartoon licensed games that I own. First one I have is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh wait, actually, another one, okay, here we go. Here's one of the games I own, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2003-4 kids cartoon. Bought that at GameStop in like 2011, early 2011 to be exact. We had a PS2. And so we got Shredder on the back and Renderware. Yes, the same software programming that did games like Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Twonkies and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Which this game is not from THQ, which is funny because this was before Nickelodeon owned the Ninja Turtles. Konami worked on this, and let's open it up. I don't have any instruction manual, but I do have the disc. I've played it a bunch of times. It's a really fun game. But I found a game that was much more fun that I do want to get that's from the Ninja Turtles, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus, which I do remember Dad renting this game back in like 2006. Yeah, 2006, 2007 he rented this. Mostly 2006. Here's the next game. I bought this at last year at like a Portland Comic Con last year. I went to many places, like there was like the mall, we went to Round 1 Arcade, we went to Newbury Comics, we went to Best Buy. There was tons of stuff, a bunch of swag we got. And we went to Bull Moose, and we bought this game. We bought Transformers Armada, to be exact. Yeah, this is based off of the Transformers anime, Transformers Armada. And Atari worked on this. Yeah, Atari used to have the Hasbro game license, which is what Atari later became a subsidiary of Warner Brothers. So this is a Warner Brothers game. And there's also another Transformers game that I have, which is based off of the Michael Bay Transformers movie. The first one. And Traveler's Tales, TT Games worked on this, and TT Games was known for the Lego games, which are published by Warner Brothers. So maybe Warner Brothers might be in charge of making a Transformers game, because Activision didn't do any of the Hasbro board game ones. It was like Ubisoft who did this, but maybe if they did Transformers, I don't know if it would be Ubisoft, Namco, or Warner Brothers who would do this. Or 2K. Oh, I forgot. I'll show you the back. It'll show you the disc, which is just the Decepticon symbol and the Autobot symbol, like dark side, light side. Here's the back. And no, this is not Bumblebee. This is just a Minicon. Sparkplug. Yeah, Sparkplug. It looks like Bumblebee, but he's not Bumblebee. Yeah. Here's some of the credits. I know this does not have the voice cast. Yeah, most of the voice cast is uncredited. But I do know, in this game, Gary Chalk voices Optimus Prime in this. Not Peter Cullen. This is Armada. But I gotta tell you, Optimus Prime is a voice actor on Armada. Gary Chalk, who's also Dr. Robotnik on the mediocre Sonic Underground, is going to be in the live-action Sonic movie that's going to star James Marsden and Jim Carrey, and being produced by Neil H. Moritz and directed by Tim Miller. It's going to have Ben Schwartz as the voice of Sonic. Here's the next game. The Simpsons game. I have almost every version of this game. I have every version except the PS3 version and the Nintendo DS version. Yeah. Screw the Nintendo DS version. It looks like a mobile game. Why did they make it a 2.5 platformer? The 3DS has cartridges that could take some small space, but look at all those 3D platformers that were on there. Super Mario 64, DS, Spider-Man 2. Those came out when the DS launched. And what about in 2007, the game I'll show you next had a DS port that was unlike the PS2 and Wii versions. That was a 3D platformer. And then there's the Simpsons game, which I have to say this version is one of my favorites. This version, along with the Wii version and the HD version on PS3 and Xbox 360, are the really great ports. Here's the Simpsons game. Unlike the Xbox 360 version, the standard definition version does not have time challenges. Here's Save the Simpsons from Video Game Purgatory. Yep. The Simpsons are granted with superpowers, and they find out that they're trapped in a video game, so they have to confront the creator, Matt Groening, and they have to confront God. There, in the PS2 version, there's a Medal of Homer poster inside, which was not in my version. I was actually pretty excited to get that Medal of Homer poster, but okay. Well, we're about this. This is actually the first version of the Simpsons game that I have. I bought this at well, I didn't buy it. My parents they bought it online. They gave it to me for Christmas 2017. And I actually loved this game. It's a really fun game. The home ball, which I do. If TT Games and Warner Bros. Ever made a Lego Dimensions 2, they could have new abilities for Homer. Like for Bart, he could turn into Bartman, and for Homer, he could turn into his ball form, his Homer ball form in the Simpsons game. Okay. I forgot that. I usually call this game The Simpsons and the Cyber Chase, because it reminds me of Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, my favorite Scooby-Doo movie of all time. Here's the next game. SpongeBob's Atlantis Squarpanthus. Bought this back in like Thanksgiving break last year. Thanksgiving 2018. And man, this game reminds me of... This game is a mix between a puzzle-solving maze with like rhythm, like DDR and Pro Rapper the Rapper, and rail shooters like House of the Dead or frickin' Area 51. Here's the disc. Pretty cool. Yeah. Apparently, in this one, Mr. Krabs doesn't even talk in this game because Clancy Brown was unavailable. The TV special was it turned out not as good as that, but the best part about this was the classic video game segment, and Patchy the Pirates segments were the best part of that episode, even though the episode was not as good as the game. Okay, next game is actually one of the best licensed games, but not as good as the Simpsons game, but really good. Family Guy, the video game. And no, this is not Back to the Multiverse on the Xbox 360, which I apparently have that. Which I say Back to the Multiverse was a little bit better than this one. PlayStation 2 has this, and apparently it's rated M. Yeah, there's a level in this game. Well, I gotta show you this first. Well, you play as Peter, Brian, and Stewie. And when you're Peter, you just run around and beat the crap out of people, kind of like Final Fight or Streets of Rage or the Ninja Turtles arcade game. And when you're Stewie over there, you get to shoot everyone. It's kind of like the arcade game Narc, with a little bit of Gauntlet in there. And then there's Brian. His levels are not like combat moves and stuff. He just sneaks around. It's stealth like Metal Gear Solid. And then there's you get to mind control Lois and Meg as Stewie, but not Chris. Yeah, apparently Chris does show up in the game, but he's not mind controlled or playable. Yeah, grab your joystick and get ready to with your inner Peter. Yeah, play as Peter goes around beating people because he believes that Mr. Belvedere has kidnapped his entire family. Stewie goes into Peter's body to take down all the sperm seeds of Bertram. And Brian is accused of impregnating Seabreeze, so he gets arrested. He gets jailbreak. He gets sneaking out of the police station, and it's a pretty good game. Actually, it's pretty good. Cell shading's all right, but the mouths would have been better if they were frame by frame, like in Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules. or the recent Back to the Multiverse had some very off lip syncing, but it had some frame by frame mouth movement, which that would have been part of this game. Instead of just the mouths in there are like blah 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 blah, blah like in the cutscenes and stuff. It just reminds me of just like less like watching a Family Guy episode, more like watching Bob's Burgers. But I forgot to tell you this, that this game, Walter Murphy was unavailable as well as Ron Jones, so they just used free royalty music like you hear on SpongeBob SquarePants, Camp Lazlo, and Ren and Stimpy, because those shows were pretty popular. And High Voltage Software worked on, which was 2K. 2K, who worked on this game, not only worked on BioShock and Borderlands, but they also worked on that MLB Nicktoons game and some of the Dora games, along with High Voltage Software. High Voltage Software did another game in 2006, and it was with Midway. It was Billy and Mandy, the video game based on the Cartoon Network show. It had a little bit of better cel shading and some better animations. Similar cel shading as this game, but it had some better animation. Okay. Let's move on